Ba, 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 ba. Mark T. Docks, appropriate Oasis song, Cloudburst. Give it a listen. It rocks. I tried. They don't rock. I know you enjoy them, and they sounded all the same to me. Doesn't do anything for me. I'm sorry. Nice little rain. It's relaxing. Really got dark. I mean, it was 90 degrees, got dark, and there was a light show. Sunday night, there was a real light show with the lightning. And then this thing started rolling in. I could see the red cells. And then the red cell started to break up. Then it went orange, but now there's more coming down. Oh, well, says Mark T. I appreciate your typing of your trying the music on for sight. I tried. I tried to read the lyrics, and the lyric it's got to touch me some way. And to me, it was just uh, I couldn't get into it. I got to check the. I want to check the radar. Now the wind's blowing. I can hear it on the bird cage. But I woke up, was it Sunday night, 11 o'clock, and there was thunder. I should set up a camera in the house, just show you the windows. I mean, it's just flashing everywhere. I know, but that doesn't really mean anything. Biggest band in the world again. What does that mean, though? Some of these movies, it's, CGI. It just doesn't, I don't know, it's got to move me some way. It's art. It's supposed to be art, but doesn't mean it's right or, what am I trying to say? Highly successful, highly financial, great. You should make enough money and then do what you want to do, right? And what happened to the Watch Colony? Because I was on the channel during my show. I went and checked it out. It was there, and then all of a sudden it's gone. I think they voluntarily took it down, right? But I don't know. All right, I got to get my radar. There's more coming, but it's better than the heat all the time. Well, I don't hate them. I'm trying to understand them, but I put up those 5 most popular songs. I got through 4 of them, and to me, they're exactly the same. And I didn't get. I understand. I have friends that hate them. No, very individual. I don't hate them. I just, I can't get into it, and I just couldn't get into it. Mark T, if I never see OC again, that would not bother me. He is a strange dude. Well, I don't think you will. It's funny. He branched off, then the Watch Colony, that group left Timmy, and Timmy's still there. Timmy's still doing his thing. I did that story yesterday about the old man, well, the senior the senior citizen who ran in the road to save a turtle. And JB sent a message. He goes, "Sorry, that's a slider." I I didn't really understand what he said, but apparently they're called sliders, but they are indeed in the they are a turtle. So I don't know what his point was. Okay. Mark T, I don't understand how his wife, OC's wife, works a regular job and he just barely works at all unless you count partying as a job. I don't know. Maybe put some money away. You could have done that. Uh, a lot of them, I wonder. Well, I don't want to get into channel assassination. I don't want to, you know, you just, you got to figure them out. Like, where are they coming from? How do they afford this? How do they afford that? And now, is Chile a fan? Let's see. Oasis brothers both have monobrows, like one giant, like one giant thick caterpillar stuck above their eye. Okay, does that bother you? You know, um, let's say if you had that, would you have it fixed? Would you like take out the hair in the middle? Let's see. Where is my media? Gotta have my media. I'm on the iPad once again, but I'm streaming. The shot you're seeing is off the iMac off the kitchen. So let me get my. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yeah, those brows. Yeah, that hair looks better trimmed. That's what I told her. Mark T thinks it's genetic. He thinks it's Irish English trait. Well, I'm glad they're successful. I'm glad they're making money. I'm glad they employ people. And okay, I'll have a listen. I don't get it. Nice, relaxing, beautiful rain. Cool things off. What's the temperature now? 89. Oh, still warm out there. Rain is expected to stop in 53 minutes. Well, I wasn't much of a Beatles fan. Mark T. Oasis is very Beatles. Kinks. I'm not a what a music historian or any kind of. I don't even pretend. I just know what I like. If it's got a beat, some of the older stuff still holds up. I mean, the Motown stuff, the old stuff, really holds up. That is a strange noise. I got to check that out. Hang on. Just a nice, steady, light rain. Yeah, I was a Zeppelin fan, absolutely. And that first album was really unique. There's some blues in that too, and it just all worked. Hey, you're like the band in my avatar. Yeah, but I don't listen to them now. Not at 71. I don't. Doesn't look like it, but it's raining really steady. But it's coming from the north, so it's not going against this window because this is kind of like the southwest, and it's coming in from the northeast. I've got a few favorites. I can't think of them off my top of my head. Good times, bad time, bonum, greatness. Yeah, it's hitting the bird cage pretty good. Just nice, steady. Can you hear the thunder? I got the mic open off the kitchen, but I closed the sliding door, so you can't hear. You can hear me from the lanai, but because then I got two mics open. Let's see. Do I have some? Oh, I did purchase something today. I purchased NFL. What the hell did I purchase? NFL Sunday ticket. But that's not what it is. This is something else. Top reporter Stephen L. He got back to me on Mr. Bateman. Hi, Docs. On Watch Nick's latest stream, which is members only, so I couldn't look at it. Mr. Bateman is questioned by Easy Drinker. Mr. Bateman claims he is single, claims he lives on the North Island of New Zealand, claims he works from home, claims he specializes in IT work, but claims he is doing other work at present. He claims to be 34 years old and single. Now, why do I say claim? Because we never know. Another Holden Caulfield? We don't know. Stephen L., thank you so much. I and others will have to rely on your excellent reporting. That particular live stream is members only. Okay, now let's go to my new purchase. NFL Sunday ticket. I paid $190. I got a $2 discount with my Apple Card. It's kind of tricky. I'm going to try it out. You've kind of you access every out-of-market Sunday afternoon game. You can't look at any game in the morning. I just bought it and I'll just see how it goes. Because that used to piss me off because there'd be like a great football game and it'd be in the afternoon, but they wouldn't show it in my market because Florida, it'll be the Miami Dolphins or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's like I want to see the Cowboys go down in flame or the Eagles play. So now, if it's over the air, now this does not include Thursday night or Sunday night football or Monday night football or the playoffs. But those Sunday afternoons, I'm hanging around. Maybe I'd like to watch a football game. I'll be able to watch any game, the afternoon game. I can pick which one I want. I think, at least that's what I thought I bought. So I can actually watch up to 4 live games on one screen in multi-view. And I'm not doing that. And I didn't get the red line or the what is it? Red something? Red zone. That's just too much. And I'm not that into it. And enjoy unlimited in home and 2 streams outside your home. I only watch it in my home. So I'm going to do that. So this is kind of explains it further. The NFL designates which games are broadcast locally on the over-the-air stations. Okay. Out-of-market games that are not broadcast on your local stations are considered out of market, right? So NFL Sunday Ticket, now available on YouTube. I don't have YouTube TV, I have YouTube Premium, so they gave me that offer. Provides access to these out-of-market Sunday afternoon games. See, that's the key. So in the morning, I can't watch anything I want. I can only watch what's local, or what they put out. But the game in the afternoon, like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, now I can pick. So we'll see how it goes. Allowing fans to watch games outside the local broadcast area. There it is. Well, thank you. Thank you for getting it started, Mark. Okay. I'm going to let somebody else comment. We got Acquired Taste going, yo. All righty. And what is this? Docs, you. What is it? Docs, you bought NFL versus AC3 Patreon? No. NFL, no. No, NFL Sunday Ticket. Afternoon games only. They dropped the price. It was like almost $500, and they dropped it to 192. And I got $2 off with my Apple Card, so $190. Oh, and I looked on Playboard. I can't find the Watch Colony. So what can you do? 15 people watching. Goodness, it's just a rainstorm. Did anybody see what I put up on X there? What Watch Nicholas said regarding another stream, overnight stream, owner operator, diner proprietor. Did you see what he said? Thought it was kind of interesting. Well, he's in trouble if he needs my money, because that ain't going to happen. The 9-year-old needs your money. He can't live on Google Ads alone. Yeah. Well, they've been down for a long time. Apparently he can. Apparently he can live. He can't live on it? Well, apparently he can. How come that won't go away? There we go. That's his problem. Apparently he can live without working. All right, more power to him. Good luck with that as you age. I don't know what kind of retirement system they have in New Zealand, or excuse me, Australia, or if he's put into anything. That's daddy. If he didn't have daddy, he'd be in, terrible. A garage dwelling is not a way to live. Well, it's better than a storage locker or a parking lot locker that TPG had, right? The no-see-ums, they got me. The bugs got me. I didn't spray down with the repellent, so I got them on my legs and my forearms, doing a section of that hedge. So I just, every time I go out there, I got to spray down. AC3 $401,000 but he wasn't feeding his family. He was buying bags for the wife and purses for himself and pens and wristwatches and ice cream. Well, I do get the munchies on the weekend. Right now, I bought a big thing of Planters peanuts, but I used to pop some popcorn, but I just got to slow down on that stuff. Bart Simpson, Docs will need a West Bend stir crazy hot oil popcorn popper when he's watching NFL games. Oh, he's got a retirement. He got a retirement. Archie's got the 401 tan. That's pretty good. Really? John Swatch. Australia has a mandatory 401k. They call it superannuation. Annuation. Annuation. They pull out 12% minimum of every, oh, they do it. Like you, it's not even voluntary, or you can't set it right. Of every check. So they do that even on the Google checks? Or the wives. Maybe he's gonna split the wives. He's putting all his eggs on Daddy. What Daddy leaves him. We'll see. Hopefully, the dad has a trust, and that he'll be giving. Don't give him a lump sum; it'll be gone. You got to do it like give him a monthly. Of course, he could throw that away too, because he'd go out and get a loan, and then they would just garnish his payments. So he could just go out and borrow money against it. So he'd still screw it up, because you can't. It's like putting a gallon of ice cream in front of him. He's going to eat it. Not going to let that go. There is a technical term for what Archie is. It's called affliction. He has an affliction. Well, that's good in a way, because most people don't know how to take care of themselves. And it affects everybody else. It's just like an employer. You get one or two employees that really screw around and look for loopholes, and they're always cutting corners, and then they got to make policy for everybody, right? I remember one guy he had to go to his grandmother's funeral. Okay. And then she died again. And he had to go to the funeral. So then they come out and okay, you got to bring in not the death certificate, but the obituary. So it's just one guy, sets it up for everybody else. You cannot have an honor system in employment when one or two are not honorable. I'm gonna have to get out the aloe vera gel with the lidocaine here in a bit. Let's check the radar. Okay, I think the heavy stuff is gone. Still raining though. Nice little rain. Take it. I won't have to run the sprinklers. I'll be right back. Okay, the itching should stop now. Plus, I got some water. Bart Simpson. Why doesn't Docs get a rain gauge from the hardware store? We need rain gauge reports. Oh, come on. People are joking about that I give the weather. I would like to know. You know, you're in Florida. What's the humidity? What's the temperature? And I've been running. I got my highest electric bill ever, but I was comfortable. I set it at 79, and for whatever reason, it's where they put the thermostat in the little hallway between the guest rooms, off the kitchen. It's warmer over there, I guess. And then it'll shut off, but in the main bedroom, it's 73 degrees. So, which is great. And it also, the air conditioning, it dehumidifies. So, anyway, $148.36, but that's not bad, not really for a nice home. So, and I fixed the outdoor thermometer. It's a radio controlled, so I got an inside, and it was saying it was 92. It would never change off of 92. Oh boy. So I went out, took it down, I replaced the battery in the sending unit outside under the roof there in the bird cage, and I cleaned it up, put in a new battery. Still wouldn't do it. So then I was going to work on it today, but it's not. I waited till I got back from the fitness center, had my coffee, had my breakfast, and then I opened the back of it out, and I just took out one battery and put it back in, and that kind of reset it. So now it's working. So that storm came in, it was like 90. It dropped it right now in the birdcage, 76 degrees. No, the temperature is 76 degrees, but it dropped it, from 90 to 76. Yeah, it doesn't rain. It rains heavy and intense, and then it goes. It's just gone. It soaks in. My neighbor's got one, but I don't want to bother with it. Easy drinkers, Easy Drink and Hendrick slurred drunk all morning on AC. Well, hey, what's new? We got some alcoholics. What's new? We got people. Oh, what's an alcoholic like? See, not everything is black and white. All right. Well, if you're coming on a stream all the time, daily, or you're managing your life with alcohol more than twice a month, that brandy was pretty good. I got to admit that. The good stuff you can sip, you can taste it, but the E&J, that's on rocks and ice. That's a mixer. Just like I can take Johnny Walker Black, but not the red. Yeah, but people watch. Tell me why they watch. That's something I don't want to know. Acquired taste at Easy Drink exposed himself in his underwear. Jeez. Floodland, I like checking the dew point. I really don't understand the dew point. Let me go look. I know when I'm running my air conditioner and I'm going to the fitness center in the morning, I get condensation on my window. So, and I don't want to turn on the defroster, but it's on my side window. What is the dew point here? Let's look up weather. The wind, the sunset, the UV index, participation. They got everything. Humidity. It's raining. Humidity is only 68%. The dew point is 76 degrees right now. That's what my temperature gauge says. So let's run the Google AI. Set Chromish default. Oh, come on. Dew point. Definition. It's one of those things I read at one time and then I quickly forgot. The dew point is the temperature to which air must be cooled at constant pressure for it to become saturated with water vapor. I know as much as I did before as I read than after I read this. Temperatures at which the air must be cooled. So the air has to go to 76 at constant pressure for it to become saturated, meaning the relative humidity reaches 100%. So the dew point is that means saturation 100%. At this point, water vapor will begin to condense into liquid, dew or fog. A higher dew point. Okay, well, it's 76 out there. I don't see any fog. Well, Mortimer says lots of things. Well, no, yeah, well, not when I got the good stuff now. I can sip it. Usually, the E&J acquired taste, Mortimer said, docs gave up on the E&J brandy. I'm going to send him a super chat when he gets back on, and if I wake up in time. And just thank him. He broadened me. He got me broaden my horizon when it comes to the brandy. And I learned about cognac. Cognac is a brandy. And the E&J is pretty rough. I'd always put it with rocks. Well, I got to tell the truth. Not all the time. I put it with ice, but not all the time. You get used to it, right? But the other stuff is very good. Very, very nice. So would I buy it in a pinch? Yeah, but I would put it with ice. Of course, I don't have, when I put my ice in, it evaporates because I never use it. So I got to check it. So because it just it evaporates. It's in there so long. I fill up the trays and it's gone. He did say something like he's the one that, I don't know how he phrased it, but somehow he's responsible for me selling the golf cart. I kind of got to push back on that one. He could have in passing say, "Why don't you sell it?" But he didn't tell me how to sell it. But I just don't remember that. I just got tired of. I love it. It's gone. I got more room in the garage, and I don't have to maintain it. I basically got my money back for it. So, how often does that happen? Well, you're not going to be comfortable here. It's 76. That's the dew point, and it's also 76 outside. A dew point over 60 starts to become uncomfortable for me. Okay, but I'm indoors. AC running. I got a dehumidifier with the AC. It's how much moisture the air can hold. Okay, so how does it look? Okay, so it can how much moisture? So it can hold 100% at 76. So if it gets hotter, it can hold. I don't understand. Does it get less? How is it related to one another? Hang on, hang on. Wait a second. We got to go to Bart Simpson. We got to give him the due. Whoop, no pun intended. The due respect. Where's his? Where is his thing here? Bart Simpson. Okay. I like going to the Dew Drop In. Well, I thought it was funny. I gave him that, long talker thing. But, that was a Seinfeld reference. I thought he would, he is a long talker. Come on. He's not long winded. Curly's long winded. That's different. A long talker actually says something. And like a Seinfeld thing, there's a soft talk. I thought it was funny. When long talkers give advice. Let's see. What is this? What about Mortimer? Mortimer got you to training at the range. No, actually, he's the one that suggested the range itself. He just found it online. He says, go over here. And Wildwood, but I just didn't like getting out. So when I went over there, I just couldn't believe it. I did a video on that. Morty got you to training at the range. Once I found it, I already had my carry permit, but when I went there, they said, if anybody here, we're not here to train you to shoot. We're here to have you sign off. And I go, oh shit. I know, I mean, I can shoot, but I don't know. I haven't shot for a while. It worked out well. And I got to get over there. But you know what I'm going to be doing on Wednesday? Well, let's see. This Wednesday, I got a eye doctor appointment. I got to take my sunglasses in because my left eye which was my dominant, still my dominant eye, but it's not. I can't see that well. The right eye is better. I got to get a proper prescription in the glass on both eyes. So I'm going to take my glasses out of the car and just. I wonder, maybe I can keep the right lens because if the right eye is the same, then that one doesn't have to be replaced. So I will have to go with the left eye. That one has to be brought up for day driving. Dark glasses, just strictly for daytime driving. I got my other glasses work great for nighttime. Like when I go to the fitness center, I'll wear the glasses over there. But that's Wednesday, and then the weekend I'm gonna start on the hedge. I'm gonna do it in sections, and then the next, so my day off on Wednesday I can do it again, and then another Saturday, another Sunday, and then I should be caught up with it. Okay, floodland. If it's hotter, it can hold more water, and thus you can insane stickiness. Okay, so the dew point, well, it can hold more water, but at some point it's going to rain out of the atmosphere, right? 100. How do you get over 100%? See, I didn't like. It was 70 out there when I was trimming. It was like humidity. The humidity was. I don't know what the dew point. I guess I should have checked the dew point. So it says right now in where I live, the dew point is 76 degrees. Well, that's what it is outside, 76. So that means it's holding as much water as it possibly can. Then why doesn't the humidity show 100%? I don't understand it. Let's see. Training at the range, yes. Yes. Well, I went with an instructor, and he was great. He was a cop, man. He was a veteran. This guy, he knows how to shoot. And he got me to shoot like a tight group just by following it. And I go, that's not possible. I didn't know I could do that. I think actually the gun that I'm the most accurate with is that 45 because it's so heavy. The Glock 21. But I'll get back there, and then I got to start over. I got to start practicing again, and I still haven't used the suppressor. And I got 22 that I haven't shot. I have two 22 caliber that I haven't shot. I haven't used, so I got to get those over there. And it's fun. It's something to go over there, but it's like after I get everything caught up, I want to get. And the yard work is again, it's just a hedge. Well, no, he was going to buy a flashlight. What I got him to do is buy upgrade because, and I gave all my flashlights over to the what do they call those things? The thrift store, because they're still good, and they had LED bulbs. That was like the big improvement. But these things are a different breed of animal. The new ones, the brightness they put out, it's incredible. And you got Morty buying different kind of flashlights. He bought one, which is good, you know. Okay, dew point is the exact temperature it would rain or condense. Okay, well, the dew point's 76 and my birdcage is 76. So it's not going to get any stickier than that outside, right? I could get wet. Could rain in the birdcage. I'll tell you the craziest thing I've seen here. I didn't know what it was. I had put down new mulch, and this yellow. I didn't know if it was bird dropping or fungus. I don't know what the hell that was. It the common name for it, if you look up Florida dog vomit, but it's slime mold. That is very strange. That stuff. It's not a fungus. It's not a plant. Not an animal. It's like a different. It's you classify life. Animal, plant, fungus, virus. A slime mold is in its own class. I have a Ruger, but that's my shooting platform. If I'm gonna carry, well, I got a Glock SP 101. Excuse me, I got a Ruger SP 101, which is a 357 caliber, so I can shoot 38 specials in it. And then of course I got a Ruger 22. I got two of them, and they're both threaded barrels, and I got the suppressor. I want to try that out. Matches the house. I just pick it up like dog poop and plastic, put my hand in a plastic bag and then invert it and just throw it away. But I didn't know what the hell it was. I thought it was one of the herons, dropping. I didn't know. Yikes, yellow slime mold. That's what it was. Very strange. I already have 22 ammo. It has to be a certain, it's long rifle, and it has to have a certain, I think it's the velocity and the bullet. I can't remember, but I'll just take it over there. And first, I'm going to shoot him without the suppressor, and then I'll put the suppressor on, and we'll see what happens. I think it's the weight of the bullet too. I think certain velocity. So I got some premium target ammo that I've had for, I mean, my God, since the '90s. So I'll shoot that up first, and I'll go on the website of the suppressor and see exactly what they recommend. I think I already have it. Well, the rain is over, nice and green. Sirius XM action required. Confirm your email address and activate your trial subscription. I'm not interested. I thought that would be a great deal. I had that in my pickup truck when I go on long fishing trips. I have to drive up to northern Nevada. But what it is, you're piping, your satellite is feeding commercials into your vehicle. I mean, if it was commercial free, I get it, but it wasn't commercial free. So they just got greedy. Oh, you got to pay monthly, but then it's like having an AM station in your car that you're paying for and they're pumping in ads. Nope, not gonna do it. No, 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 don't start that. No, 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 no. The lopper has been known to throw yellow slime at ne'er-do-wells. No, 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 no. I like my little baton that I carried with. I was like marching with that. I was really hustling. Let's check radar. Well, there's a line of storms through the middle of Florida, but now it's past Central Florida. So it's on the west side now. So once it hits the coast, there are some red cells. They're going to hit the coast and then intensify, I would guess. But we're supposed to have rain tomorrow too, which is okay. I'm just going to hit the fitness center and come home. I don't know that to be the case. Acquired taste. Curly he's an ex-felon specifically. I don't know. I can't read that. I'm not going to put that up there. Don't know that. If he did do that, I don't think he would talk about it on air. I don't think he would do that. Sirius XM, according to Mark T, it used to be commercial free in 2000. Never last. Yeah, and I guess they paid Howard Stern such a boatload of money that they had to do ads, and it's like that just killed it. Just killed it. I'm not. I had my WRX stolen out of the 2002. 2002? I can't remember now. It wasn't I think so. I had the XM. They ripped that. They pulled that out of it. I think the turbo failed on them. So the police they recovered it in on the other side of town. So that they called me up, and I got my neighbor to take me down there. And I asked the dispatch. I said, "Does it? Can I drive it?" We wouldn't call you if you couldn't drive it. Well, guess what? I couldn't drive it. I needed a tow truck. They abandoned it in front of a house, and she says, "Yeah, there was a guy and two guys and a girl, and they just parked it there and they left, and then it just sat there for days." But then I took it to I didn't know where to take it, so I took it to the dealership to have it fixed. So the insurance company said, "Why'd you take it there?" Well, where am I supposed to take it? Like they got their own garages, so you're supposed to take it to well, I've never had it, I've never had that problem before. I used to listen to him back in the day. Howard sucks now, says Mark. 1 hour, 29 minutes. This is the, looks good. Cool things off, man. 76 is great. Now I can watch some television here in Illinois. 12 people watching. Thank you. What'd the market do today? Up or down? Oh, it's up a hair. S&P 500, 6,000. I'll call it 62.69. Anything over, it says 0.56, so I'll round it up. 62.69. That's great. Do you hear anything? I don't hear anything out there. It's just quiet. Ah, the simple life. I enjoy the quiet, simple life. Oh, heavens, no. No. I mean, no. Mark T, do you ever sleep in the lanai overnight in the autumn? The autumn is great. The spring is great. Winter is not. This gets as cold as the garage in the wintertime. And I may fall asleep in the recliner. But no, I got a bed. I'll go in the guest room in the back, the one that has the firm mattress. Well, actually, I got rid of the worst mattress, so they're all pretty good. Oh, got an ambulance coming in. Got a senior down. Someday they'll be coming to this home. Is it a fire truck? It's an ambulance, paramedic ambulance. No, I sleep in my bed. Bart Simpson. Bitcoin to the moon. When do you sell it? What good is it if you don't sell? You can't sell it ever. And we were speaking of Mortimer earlier. He sold his Bitcoin. You know why? Anybody know why? Because it's too complicated. All he did was hit a couple buttons and he sold it. He couldn't wait it out. But I don't know how much of it he had. Maybe he needed the money. I got to take mine out when I'm 73. I saw a car today. I was right behind them. They were like, you got to be careful down there. You don't know if they're going to make a right turn, a left turn. But it was a Lexus, four-door sedan. It's okay. It's a good-looking car. But I don't know. I think if I get it, I don't know. It's too bad they stopped making the Legacy. It would be cool. I would love to get like a Boxer 6, six-cylinder Boxer engine in a Subaru, but I don't want the SUV. And oh, with a turbo, twin turbo, what a beast that would be. Oh, is he? Who's on the pot? Oh, I thought you said he was on air. Flathead Morty's on the weed now. He can't think straight. No, he's not. No. Um, he talked to several doctors, and I congratulate him on his cancellation of the cannabis. He gave it away. He's got some kind of woman he knows or a friend or something that she's living the cannabis lifestyle. So I thought, man, when he made that decision to buy it, that really surprised me. I thought, wow, he's already made the decision. What could have turned him around? The PSA, the doc's PSA. Yeah, good for him. I mentioned to my doctor. I mean, I was kind of thinking about it, but I could tell his expression on his face. He just like, you know, he didn't like that idea. And then he says, "You want to put on weight?" And I go, "No." Good for Mortimer. He turned away from the cannabis. Yeah, it's a culture. You really want to be part of that culture. I don't want to be part of that culture. Oh, let's hope not. Floodland, good. He would have ended up like Mike the Snake, the pet, the official companion pet of their leader, their cult leader, the Beast of Brisbane. It would have had an effect, I think. It would have been interesting. Like, let's say he would have been on it for a couple months, 3 or 4 months, and then then he comes on air and he's talking, compare his voice to what he has been. You never know. Um, I mean, I would never smoke it. That would never happen. I'm not putting anything in my lungs. That's just crazy. When you got the edibles, but see, they want to be cool. They want to smoke a joint. It's like, no, it's not. Why would you do that? It's not smart. If you want to try an edible, fine, but daily, no. I know I heard that. I think I answered it the last stream, but I'll answer it again. Mortimer wanted, yeah, he was talking to Watch Nicholas, and which is okay. I didn't mind any of that. What I did mind, he had somebody going out of bounds in the comments, and then he would put it on the screen, and then he would read it. Quartes, Mortimer wondered how long it takes your maid to clean your home. He says, no way. I mean, 3.5 hours. She is meticulous. That's the reason I love her. And I shouldn't have said her, because she says, you love me. And I said, yeah, I do love you. And then I think she texts me here and she says, oh, I broke my phone. I think it's time, is it, to come over. And I kept a record of it. I says, no, because we go like 8 weeks. So I said, no, you're here June 5th. And she goes, okay, honey. And that was the first time she called me honey on the texting. We got to stop that. Let's don't get carried away. But no, she is just meticulous. And she has a little machine. She does the like the sink. She cleaned the garbage disposal. I mean, nobody does that. And she cleans the shower head. And it just smells clean. Deep cleaning, and vacuum and mop, and it's great. But again, you have to put up with her, who she is. I cannot have expectations that she's going to show up. So if I'm going to go get something to eat, and she's supposed to be here at 9 o'clock, she'll never make that. If she's not here at 9 o'clock, then I'll text her, and if I don't hear back from her like in a half hour, I'm just going to leave and go do what I was going to do. But I'm not going to be angry. This is who she is. There's always something, flat tires, which I believe, a dog bite, a spider bite. Got to take her mom to the airport. It's just, and that's okay. And well, it's not okay, but I mean, I have to live with it. Well, who am I going to get that would do all that? Then you do one of these services, and they could send somebody out different each time. But no, she takes her time, and let's see, we got pasta checking in. Yo, pasta. No, no, but she called me honey. Well, listen, I was going through when I first got here. I was walking through Walmart, and they were some of the some of the women were calling me honey. Because like I guess I'm harmless because I'm an old man. I don't know. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know. But that's okay. They're friendly here. And I never heard a cashier say have a blessed day until I got to Florida. That was kind of nice. Have a blessed day. Why would anyone want to do that? What is this in reference to, John Swatch? Why would anyone want to do that? Once you try, you'll find out. Acquired taste. Let her dream. Let her dream, money. Well, I'm just keeping this. She's a contract. She's a contractor. I have contracted her to clean the house. That's it. She gets here. That's the reason I leave. I like to get out of her way. I get everything ready. I put stuff away so it doesn't interfere. And she does the deep cleaning, and then the first place she'll clean is the lanai, so I can come in and watch Apple TV or something while she's still here. I'll do a little bit of shopping, or I'll go eat, and get my coffee and come back, or I'll hit the wholesale club and come back. It's great. But it's not great when you move everything and you lock up some stuff, and you move some stuff, and then you can't make it. And well, that's okay. I've accepted it. Oh, well, she says, well, I'm compulsive about it, or something like that. And I go, well, you're just very diligence. It's just an excellent job. Floodland, wow, sounds like an amazing, hardworking person. Yes, but and well, the one woman at the couples I talked to, she wanted her number, and I go, well, I don't know if it'd work out for you, because that'll really piss some people off, even if you're late. But if you don't show, then they're not going to put up with that. And I tell them that, and then they go, I don't think I want her, because I don't think she has a car now, and her girlfriend could bring her over, or her dad, or her boy. Ooh, there was a big lightning strike. That was a bad one, way out there. So, and then the boyfriend at the time, or who she's engaged to at the time, or her parents, or I don't think they go for that. Not that kind of cleaning. Maybe she clean you long time. Well, I never heard it from her before. I think you're right. Honey is a southern. Now you hear that rumble? That was that strike. It's a southern thing. Yeah, I think so. But I never heard it from her. And then when the day she said, I don't know what we were talking about. Like, maybe because she went to the airport and, waited, she didn't get to my house till next week. Maybe I brought it up. I said, I can't, I think because I said, what am I going to do? I don't think I said I'd fire you. I didn't say anything like that, but she says, you love me. Well, that was just strange. Yes, I love you. But I love my neighbor's dog too. Floodland, she wants Dirk's share of the inheritance. I gave her a necklace. I gave her a gold necklace I bought down in Mazatlan. It was like too feminine. I had so long, and I think it's just gold plated too. So I just gave it to her. She'll wear it occasionally. But I told her when I gave it, don't get any ideas, you know. Oh, absolutely. Pasta sounds like she's worth the time frame. She gives, her life isn't perfect and we all struggle. That's right. And this is who she is. So you accept it or I get somebody else. And I can't think of anybody else. Struggle at different times, but it's okay. Just accept her excuses. She sounds great, but it's reality. She said she was in the hospital, almost lost her leg, blood poisoning. Her decision making, the cleaning is great. When she's cleaning, she is locked on. She's focused. But when she's not cleaning, her life choices and what she gets herself into, it's just very, very bad. Oh, did you see Dirk calling in from Paris? He's got the haircut. He had a pipe. He was doing acquired taste. Dirk will be upset. He's planning on the inheritance. Well, that's not the way to work it. If you actually needed something, if we really wanted to, like the iMacs, at some point I'd like to replace one of these iMacs. If somebody wants it, you just show up and I'll give it to you. I'm not going to ship it. I mean, uh, but Bart, I don't know what that means. Honey is actually bee vomit. No, well, wait a second. It's digested pollen. Yeah. And I think that's the reason I put honey in my yogurt and it's pollen. So I think it inoculates me. I haven't had any allergies since I've been down here. Yes, you get bitten. A lot of bites down here. That ain't gonna happen. Derek wants to live in your garage first. No, no, that ain't gonna happen. 13 people watching. Well, we're just hanging out. I had the rain because it looked, I thought, I should film this because there was a couple red cells coming in, but it's really strange. It'll just like evaporate. It comes in like a gangbuster on the radar and then it's poof. But we did get some rain out of it. And it was rolling thunder coming in and lightning. Let's see the radar. No, it's over. It's over for the night. Oh, well, no, it says 40% chance at 6 p.m. It's already 6 p.m., isn't it? That's 20 minutes. Where is it going to come from? I guess it could just appear. It says 40% at 6 p.m. and 35% at 8 p.m. I go, all right, we'll see. Ain't going to happen. And Derek want you to be his AC2. No, ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen. Now that's another guy. Now he says, see, Dirk says I know he owns property. He owns some property. I don't know if it's rental units, but he owns something. But like, what do you do? I think and he's into tech. I don't know. He does an awful lot of traveling. He doesn't have a job, right? I mean, he's online to a lot, and he's traveling with the daughter, and he does a lot of traveling. So independently wealthy. He doesn't need me. When speaking of AC2, when's he coming home? What he should do, if he gets home, he should change all the locks. and hire a security firm. No one is allowed in here. That's what I would do. I would have done that years ago. Can you imagine having a 50-year-old that he complains about his son's failure to launch. Look at this guy. You got to figure something out for yourself. He's got the home. He could do something. He could work something. Uber, something. Nothing wrong with having money, but pretending you're poor and having money, or asking for money when you're e-begging. But Dirk doesn't e-beg. Floodland, yeah, Dirk has money. I think he's a trained engineer and owns real estate. Well, good for him. It's not what you make, it's what you save. Let's see who's streaming today. Let's see. Who is streaming now? Anybody? One is, it's only 5:40. But the docs report is here for you. So I need some help on this playboard number thing. What, besides Timmy and Archie, who else do you want? I can give you O'Sheen, JJ Watch Hangout, Watch Colony, I can't find. Watch Nicholas has 2 channels. I found those, but they're not getting anything because they're both demonetized. The Franchise Club, I don't think I couldn't find that. So who else would you like to know what they're making off a playboard? John Swatch, what's considered money these days? Well, it's case by case basis. If you can travel and meet your expenses at home, and you got a daughter and you're paying the bills, that's great. That's the reason I don't buy. Was it Dirk? Yeah, Dirk is getting. Is it interest? Oh, no, JB. Now he's in Portugal, so he's retired. So he's living off interest or investments that way. I just grab money when I need it. I mean, I don't have kids or anything, so I don't go for dividends, even though dividends that are paid are reinvested. But I'm not getting any income. Well, I get some income from them, but not that much. And there's some interest I get. But I think I only make like 5,000 a year. It'll be under 5 or right around 5. Dividends and interest. But I got Social Security payment. So, I'm actually still saving money, but but I'm working out. It doesn't matter how much money I have, I'm going to be working out. I mean, that's health. You cannot buy health. Well, you can in the sense, go to your doctor's appointments. You can purchase medicines. You have time to exercise and not work. Work is not exercise. Acquired taste. His vote is for JJ. Okay. Watch Colony's gone. Yeah, and I was just on it a couple days ago. So they must have voluntarily, like said, we don't want any attention, so we'll just take it down. There's a few others. I'll have to look around. Have to get an idea. Well, I don't know about everybody. John Swatch, is everyone counting home equity in these EDM calculations, it's assets minus liabilities. So you would take the market value of your home, the estimate, what would it sell for today? What do you owe on it? So if you want to call that equity, the difference, that would, yeah, you would count that. But that's an estimate. So it's assets minus liability. So the liability, it's not your utility bills, it's not that kind of thing. It's credit card debt. Do you have a mortgage? So I don't have any of that stuff. I am in a very good position because I made choices and this is what I wanted. I knew it was coming. I knew it, but I didn't know I really overshot things. I would have never guessed I would make that. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Acquired taste. Timmy will get the colony people, but I don't think so. I think they'll still do their watches and that, go to watch shows, but I don't. Their interest is still there. But I don't think they're going to go back to Timmy, and they're certainly not going to go to Archie. Well, a couple of them shown up once in a while. A floodland. Now, how many days a week do you work out again? 71. I do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. It's about a 2-hour workout in the morning. Push the water, take care of business, and then get over there. Now, I can sleep in, that's fine. I can get up early, that doesn't matter. You have to go over there. It's a job. I have to show up. The schedule is open. I have to get in there. And then I was talking to a guy today, and it was after let's say I did my stretching and stomach, and I just finished the weights. So I was going to start the bicycle, and then I do the elliptical. I was just going to start and we started talking, and I got my heart rate down, but I thought, I'm still going to finish. I was there like 2 hours and 45 minutes, but I was talking, like 45 minutes of that. But it's great. Then I take Wednesday off, so I make all my doctor appointments on a Wednesday. And then if I want to go to the range on a Wednesday, and that's kind of my midday, my midweek day off, which is kind of nice. And then I got the weekends off. I like it. And then I try to get in streaming in there, somewhere. 17 people. Well, what can we talk about? It's so quiet here. I love it. Oh, I got 10 updates to do on this phone. Wow. I'm always updating my phone apps. So when you see that many, when's the new iPhone coming out? That'll be September. We're almost in September, right? So let's see. Do I need a new iPhone this year? I'm really enjoying the AirPods, I got to tell you. On the Apple TV, fantastic. On the phone, fantastic. So let's see. I got my main phone. My backup phone is a 16. So my main phone, my main primary number is a 15. So yeah, it's time to get a 17. But I think they're going to be making like a boatload of different models. I've never owned a Pro. I've just refused to go over $1,000 for a phone. So I'll get a mid one. I like the size. I don't get an extra large, but I'm gonna probably get the regular one. And they're gonna make a folding or something. I don't know, but I don't need that for my main phone. And then as soon as I get the phone, I put it in a case. I have never, ever broken a phone. And the cleaning lady, it's like she's never not broken a phone. I don't have any clips. So when am I going to find? When am I going to find time to drink this stuff? I am talking about the brandies, the Marillet cognac. Now this will be on the holidays. Peach, Crimson Reserve, very superior old pale peach brandy. You can sip on that. That'll be on the holidays. What is this one? This is the Fundador Double Light. That's good. Friday, maybe I have a long week or something. I guess I could do a brandy on a Friday night, Friday afternoon. The key is to keep hydrated and go to bed sober. I've showed you this one, Marillet, and then this one is Stella Rosa Honey Peach, Italiano. This one is just honey. There may be some peach in it or fruit, but I just taste honey, which is good. You know, this will probably be a holiday one too. And this is the top of the line because it's very old as far as age goes. It's been aged, but it's caramel colored, so don't let the color tell you anything. 1786 cognac, France. I guess I could try, sip on a Friday. And he's trying to convince the wife to let him. Well, I think aren't they in divorce proceedings? You have to be separated for like a year, and then you go in and they just let you divorce. She's put up with so much. Acquired taste. The 9-year-old is trying to convince the. Did he say that to let him back? Well, he's been back to the den. He just can't go in the house. Well, he can go in the house to defecate, I guess. That's about it. I don't know. What about the boys? They're off to school. I think she had enough of this ride. Maybe he's looking for a job. Acquired taste. He was wearing a suit and in the home studio. His when you mean home studio, you mean the den? That's a separate part of the house. The den is like a separate building off the house, I think. I don't think has he ever streamed from inside the home? He's done that when he was giving his wife purses and gifts, on the bed in there. He was in the house, but I think when he's in that den, that's off the house. Well, it kind of gives you that mood. I can put one on the screen. In the wintertime, I can get a fire going on the 1080p fire going on the television. I thought a brandy is sipped by a rolling fire. Yeah, that's enjoyable. Oh, when it cools off at the holidays, it'd be great. The winters are just fantastic. Now it can get cold, and that's the reason I had the sliding doors put on the lanai. It can be as 40 degrees in the lanai here, like the garage. It can drop, and if the wind's blowing, so I won't come in there. But yeah, it's enjoyable. Yes, he said. Yes to what? AC3 said yet. What do we say? He's wearing a suit. Let's see. He's trying to convince the wife. Yes, he said. Oh, yes, the den. Yeah, well, okay. And then she used to bring him food. I don't think she's bringing him food anymore. But he's got the alcohol in there, and he's got a little fridge. He can put the ice cream in. He had no other choice. Floodline. Yep. Yes. When he was robbed, he did a few streams inside the house. Well, if they're getting divorced, if that house is going to be sold, I guess he'll get some money off of that. He's going to run, isn't he? He's got to set something up overseas, some low tax country that he dreams about. John Swatch says 3 strikes, you're out for old Archie. Multiple marriages. He's had multiple marriages. And there's been studies done over here on Americans anyway. Like You know, some couples stay together for 40 years. They spend their whole life together. But if you get one divorce, then the percentage goes down, like the next marriage will fail. And, you know, I don't know what it is. I have to look it up again. But like on your third marriage or that, it's like you're done. You're never going to have another last. You're not going to get through any marriage, really. Well, there's always Mickey Rooney. Yeah, but he had 6 or 7 before, you know. And every time you get divorced, you take a hit financially if you have anything. If you have anything. All right. I got to push some water. Tap on the shoulder. AC3, the 9-year-old, the beast of Brisbane, embracing garage life. Have garage, will crash there. That's just going to be his storage shed when he goes overseas, right? And I guess keep the BMW in there or let him repossess it. I don't know what's going to happen there. But then he'll have tax consequences because he took a deduction. He has to own it. He has to rent it or lease it for so many years. But that's where he's going to store everything, and then when it pans out, or if it pans out overseas, he'll stay there. If it doesn't, he's back to daddy. Back to dad. Oh, that's his. That's like a $2 million home. That's a couple million, I think. A flatland. His dad has a very nice home. Yeah, pretty pricey. So he likes to be around that luxury and sit in the lounge chair and be at the pool. Look what I got, but that's not his. Uh, can't remember. There's a woman commenting on some of my ex postings that's in the UK. It might be his sister, or talks to his sister, and she knew the price of it. Maybe it was 3 million. Um, Somebody suggests, if she's listening, I don't know if she subscribes to YouTube, but she follows me on X. If she's listening, she's welcome to be a guest on the show. But I understand most people don't want to come on. They want to be private. They're shy for the most part. But if she wants to, she's certainly welcome to do it, to have a conversation. But I think she said it was like $3 million or something. 3 million Aussie dollars. Well, it kind of changes the mood. This has been very quiet, listening to a rainstorm. Well, I'm missing. I can't play it each time. I have to. I got to do the playboard, get the numbers. When is Whiskey a Go Go? I think that's this week, isn't it? Let's look. I get the playboard numbers. Yeah, it's Whiskey a Go Go doctor appointment on Wednesday, the 19th. A Whiskey a Go Go. So we'll do the Playboard a go-go. Well, storage is kind of expensive. He doesn't have the money to store anything. Did his dad tell him that? Well, why is he? It seems like he's been in a very good mood. Now, that may be irrelevant because he never lets the truth interfere with his sense of reality. But um, if that's true, what's he gonna? It seems like he's got a couch there. He can sleep there. He's got, that's his setup. That's his, like, a studio apartment. Is that garage? And of course, well, he's gonna have tremendous conflict with his dad because he's gonna say, "Look what I've done for you. I've been watching this house for you." Right? So, tap on the shoulder. From what I've understood, it's his dad's garage with no room for anything of AC3 going forward. He's been told that his dad's back. I don't know. Don't know. AC3, yes. Paul Plutus Sr. has a nice home. I have new knives. No flashlight. I've been looking at knives lately. Hey, Gampers, Docs, any new Casio G-Shock purchases? No. No. I got to get some battery operated ones because I got the and I always want to say, which one is it? Not the Eclipse. It's the one that's between a Casio and a G-Shock. I can't think of it right now. Those are kind of nice. I could go for those. They're large dial, but not too large. They're not like a Mudmaster. But I keep my eye on it. And they had a Mr. G, but it's like it was just outrageously expensive. I got one already. I'm not getting another one. And they never need a service. Not really. I've been looking at some knives, but I like to get a super steel with, make it a little different than the other ones. Maybe another automatic. I don't know. Somehow you got to. He's not going to get the house. He's dreaming if thinks he's going to get that house. Acquired taste, AC3 cluttered his dad's garage. And he also helps himself to the liquor cabinet, does he? That's the reason you need a lock for your son. I believe he does have siblings. He doesn't talk about it. He will not talk about it, but he's got a brother who's very stable, and I believe a sister very stable. I believe. He won't talk about it, though. According to Mark T., the whole Pluta family is accomplished except for the 9-year-old. He's accomplished, all right. He's infamous, all right. He's accomplished only in the other direction. Casio. I have a Casio. It's a yellow one. It's just a bright color, but it's kind of, it looks like a very inexpensive watch. Why can't I think of that watch? Let me see what it is. Files. I'm going to. Okay, go down to watches. Casio. Boom, boom. All right, I guess I got to look at my inventory. Oh. I have one square watch. I'm not really a square fan. Well, I haven't updated this. How strange is that? Okay, here it is. The edifice. I can never think of that. Edifice. Edifice. Those are a nice design. They're light, pretty functional. I got room for one more in the window, I guess, but I'd like to get some eco drives or something. Well, eco drive is solar too. So I need some battery operated ones. That one I missed. Gampers weren't the siblings at the Christmas buffet dinner he streamed yours? I don't know. Mark T, feeding time at the zoo with Archie. Yeah, the edifice. It's very light, and I got a bracelet, and then I have a rubber strap one, and I like them. The bracelet one, I bought it before it was all dark, it was all black, and it had a green bezel, but there's no light on it, so I'd never take that to bed. It's just a daytime watch. And I think that's the only one I got that way. Most of them have a light source, but I have two that are great, like the Mudmaster. It's perfect for bed, big dial. You hold it up, lights up. And the other one has the button. One of the other edifice, the wind flow has a light on it. I'm not aware what that is, but I get on there. I'll go look at their stuff. Gampers Casio should re-release the Marlin line. Well, I have a criteria. Yeah, Floodland. Are solar watches still your? Well, it has to be a way of updating. Yes, solar are the best, and legible, and have a light. What else? Yeah, for the most part, I think it's great value and a way of updating. So it's either Bluetooth on the phone, so I can set it. I have one I have to set manually, the white one, and that was I paid like $73 for it, but it's a little fast, so I have to constantly reset it. So I got to have a way of either the atomic clock thing with multiband 6, which is in the window. And surprisingly, I had to put a new battery in the guest bedroom because I have an atomic clock in there that updates from Colorado. It updated like in 2 days. I was shocked because I had it in there for like 4 weeks and it wouldn't update when I first bought it, but it's back up to speed. So way of updating. I don't want to be setting it, like the quartz in my car, either with a phone, linked to my phone or multiband 6. That's my preference. And on my knives, light, it has to be under 4 ounces. It has to be like a super steel and I get a value on it. And I can open and close it with one hand. All of them I can do that. The automatic one is a little tricky. I can do it, but it's too slow, it's slow. But I can open it with one hand and close it with one hand. And light. The weight, low weight. That's pretty good. My Casio, the only problem is, you've had them for so long and you decide to go on a trip, right? So you wouldn't take one with a battery, I don't think. Uh, my Casios have a 7 and 10 year batteries. I am dreading when my fire alarm smoke detector has to have a battery changed. But and they put it right at the highest point of the house. This is a senior community. Why would you do that? Well, smoke goes to the top. Well, that's true. That's true. But I'm calling the electrician because they told me the fire department will come out and change it for you. No charge. The battery. You're a senior citizen, so great. And the one guy was looking at my knives and he was really into it, but I'm not giving them away. Uh, but they said, the next time you're going to have to get a new one because they won't, if it's like 7 years old or 5 years old, they won't change out the battery. You have to get a new smoke detector. So I'll just have the electrician. But if it starts beeping, I guess I got to sleep with my earplugs. Like, no, I'm not going to crawl up there. Because you think you can do things. I can get a ladder up, and I'm just, no, you take a fall. No, 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 no. So I'll just get the electrician out here to give me a new one. The other ones I can reach. Floodland, yeah, for a trip, I'll take one Casio and one automatic. I'm done with automatics. I'm done. I told you this. I'm done with mechanical watches completely. Now, don't ask me why. I thought I saw Casio starting to make mechanical watches. Why would you do that? You don't go backwards. He could have made me an offer, but they're kind of expensive. Acquired taste. The Freeman was Dirk's brother. He wants those knives. Oh, the channel that I sent. I sent some padlocks to be sold. They're all gone. And those that bought the Abloys, they got a really good deal. You know, I mean, I hate to think you buy them new, they're $100 or $150. And anyway, I had to find him a good home. I get some money back. I tried to give them away. Nobody wanted them, you know. And I had some knives. I'm going to send him a couple knives to sell. I'm going to probably have a couple sharpened, but I got a fixed blade I'm going to have him sell. And I'm going to send that Spyderco Manix too. I'm just going to donate it to him. And some of those, I'm going to see if he's going to be interested in those jewelry trays because those are great. That's where keep my folding knives in the display case. Just lay them down. I think it's a great way to do it. Well, I kept one. There's some I couldn't. I had a couple of hockey puck looking blocks. Two of those I kept. One multi-lock I bought from Israel, and I'm just not selling that one. That's heavy duty. And then I have a one Abloy high shouldered collared. They say the high shouldered one. So I'm keeping that one, and that's it. That's all I got, except for the fitness locks, which are 8 millimeter. Oh no, all the Abloys are gone. Yeah, you missed your chance. And I think I would have given them to some subscribers, but you know what? I had a hard enough time giving away knives. Some people jumped on it and got some knives, and others just didn't want it. I would have sent Dirk. I would have just gifted it to Dirk, but he wanted to make me an offer. I don't want your money. I have never accepted money from any subscriber or party on YouTube. 2 hours, 21 minutes. I'm not even sleepy. Oh. Wouldn't it be nice if Mortimer streamed at 3 o'clock Western, Eastern, or Pacific time? That would be 6 o'clock here. That would be great on the East Coast. But he doesn't come on till, I mean, midnight is 3 a.m. here on the East Coast. I think he'd do well, but then he appeals to the people that can't sleep. Insomnia. It's got to cool off. Hey, Docs, Cortege Docs wins the bike ride with the GoPro happening. I'm scared I might run into a UAP out there, some biologic some non-human intelligence running around. I have to do that. It's got to cool off. And I think I'm going to get some riding shorts. And all I got to do is do that tire pressure, And I did that on my car, so it's the same. It has the same. What do they call that thing? The tire spout or whatever it is, as the car does. So it fits. That will happen. That will happen. I was never into vintage. Gabbard stocks. I have one of the finest Corbin lock and vintage hardware collections on the East Coast. Well, why didn't you contact me on one of these locks? I would have sent it to you. Found it a good home. Let me look up Corbin. Do they still make locks? Oh, I see Medico. Corbin padlock images. Oh, yeah, these are old timers. Yeah, these are okay. I was never into vintage. I'm not into vintage anything. I like the new stuff. I'm not writing to Hooters. Acquired takes docs right to the Hooters. I'm not getting on these streets. You got to get on the highway. Let's see, do I have to go on the highway to get up? Well, actually, I could take the back roads to Wawa, but I don't want to log it up. I just like my car. I could pull up, get what I want, eat outside, enjoy the scenery, and come home. Ride to Hooters. No, I'm not sure I want to go over there. I think I do want to go to Olive Garden at some point. Eat some Italian food. Uh-oh, there he is, Mortimer. Just woke up. What day is this? Well, I believe it's Monday, the 14th. I was just musing, well, it'd be nice if Mortimer would stream instead of, 12:30 your time. That's 3:30 over here if you got on like at 3 o'clock. But you just woke up. So. And you're the insomniacs. Who are they going to listen to if you're not there? I got my super chat all written for you, Morty. I haven't determined the amount, but I got my super chat all written up. The problem with super chatting is you cannot, I don't know what it is, but it won't take your word. You have to spell it out. You can't do automatic, like you start a word and it autofills. It won't take it. So I want to be able to copy and paste the thing on there. So I think I got it. What did I write here? Let's see. Hang on. I got a separate file for YouTube channel. Show. Live prep. Here it is, Morty Super Chat. Oh, I can barely read it. Okay, this will be my Morty Super Chat. TY, that's thank you for expanding my brandy horizon. Use this contribution as you see fit. Congrats on cannabis cancellation. Be well and prosper. Oh, you don't? Oh, really? It's not that good? Flatland, please don't call the Olive Garden Italiana food. Olive Garden's no good? Oh, I hope it's not you. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if they were living there? Fun things to watch. What do you think the people in that White House straight ahead are doing right now? Are they watching my channel? Ah, I can't see in there. I don't have a telescopic lens. You don't have to worry. I'm just showing the golf course. Um, I think they got a new roof though. Have I met them? I think that house sold. I thought I saw a big boat out there. Uh, you want me to come over and introduce myself someday? Oh, that'd be so embarrassing if they were watching. Oh, sometimes, I mean, she's fantastic. Acquired taste. Mortimer takes stocks. Maid three. Well, I don't call her the maid. I mean, she's a house cleaner, home cleaner, and she's a contractor. 3.5 hours to clean the house. She's uh, does it above and beyond. Yeah, I'm gonna lead it off. I'm gonna show some leadership over there. I'm gonna lead it off. I'm gonna do a super chat. Did someone say super chat? Yeah, but I can't do it if you're not streaming. And I want to find a way to save text that super chat will accept, because you cannot copy and paste in there. You have to physically spell, and I don't think you can do it on the desktop. Do it on the phone, and you gotta spell out every word. How funny would that be if I went up to the clubhouse or up to the office and somebody goes, "Excuse me, we're the couple that lives in the White House that you keep streaming." It looks great. I mean, they have a bird cage. They got an enclosed bird cage. You can't see it. I mean, I think they had it painted recently. It looks great. I think they got a new roof. But see, they don't have the hedge over there. And I've seen golfers drive up over there and hit the ball. So my neighbor wants to get rid of his hedge. He's thinking about it, but he won't, because it's the maintenance. He has to cut it all the time. But I like it just to keep out the golf carts, because they would drive right onto your lawn. Are you talking to me? Flatland, you've guided Mortimer well. You should get a producer credit for the show. Well, all I want, if my good buddy friend AD always calling goes over there, he should get billing. That's all. Maybe I overdid it, but it got taken care of. Got taken care of. Are you allowed to? Let's see. Are you allowed to have a fence instead of hedges? You don't want a hedge. I mean, excuse me, you don't want a fence. That would be that would take away from it, I think. I'm sure I haven't looked that up, because I'm not going to put up a fence. I like being able to go walk around. I'm not doing a fence. The neighbor has that miniature schnauzer, uh, but maybe you could do a little dog run, but you'd have to look that up in the association rules. And I'm sure they got restrictions. I don't think I've seen a fence here. I think it would lose some of its character if you put up a fence. Well, it is a center of attention. Docs, I have a funny idea about your whiskey cabinet, but I've been holding it back because I don't want to create any potential bad vibes, but I think it would be harmless and amusing. Well, speaking of liquor cabinet, let's take a look at it. Where is it? There it is. Very efficient. That's just now. Of course, they could break it open, but then I know they've been in there. So it does the job. Just lets me know, and it's also for me. So I get tempted to have a drink. Got to go unlock it, Lex. Are you gonna start drinking weekly now? You got a drinking problem, Lex? Oh no, no. I'll wait till whiskey a go go. But let's go inside. Ooh, look at that. Look at that there. The expensive stuff is on the lower left. Now I've added some more bottles. But there's the Fundador and the Crimson Reserve Peach and a little bottle of Crown Royal Blackberry. So I got two cognac bottles, but that's a tall bottle, so I'm gonna have to put that on the top shelf. And there are the open ones up there. I don't know why it gets so much attention that I got a lock on it. To me, it makes perfect sense. I know when I was, I don't know. I really did it initially so I wouldn't be tempted. If you put it in the kitchen, oh, I'll just have a drink. Why not? There it is. It's in the cabinet. Fun things to watch. Homeowners Association, friend or foe? Mm, it can be a tense relationship at times, especially when you want something done. Um, but I do like having it. You get if you didn't, you'd have that neighbor that puts a aluminum tree in his front yard or has his car up on blocks or parking on the street or I like it. You know, you just have to conform. Now, I painted I had it painted and sealed the pavers on my driveway. And I got a frantic call from the association. Are you live at this address? We don't allow red. And it just totally caught me off guard. I said, it was maintenance. Luckily, I had taken a photo of up underneath where the sun didn't hit. It was red to begin with. Then they backed off. And then when I got the bird cage, I wanted to do the canvas on top. And you got to match the color of the house. Black lasts the longest. Well, like, does it matter? But no, you got to match the color of the house. Okay. But my house is yellow. No, no, excuse me. The roof is multicolored. It's like, anyway, the guy came out, the not the president, but the chairman of the review committee, and he noticed I was taking care of my house. I showed him how bad it looked. He said, "Yeah, okay, you can do it." So now that would drive some people crazy, but you have to just work the system. That's all. A backyard lounging schnauzer. She's got they keep it with trimmed, the hair, but man, that dog's got to be panting. It's got to be tough on dogs. Uh, well, listen. Uh, I don't know what you're going to say, but that's as long as it's not, you know. Oh, let's see, Mortimer. If you say okay, then I'll do it later today. Nothing insulting. All right. I mean, then why do you think I'd be concerned? I was listening to that ex-Mormon girl. Uh, she's really going after him, and I can't watch it because you can tell she's upset. She's hurt, but it's like uh, some of that stuff. Now I left in the early '80s, so but she did the whole thing. I mean, she went to BYU. She was raised there. She served a mission. That's unusual for most girls. They wouldn't do that. They're waiting to marry a missionary as soon as they come back off their mission. So, but I kind of feel bad for her. It's like you got to get over it at some point, unless she's running a PSA for people, not to get involved. What kind of glassware do you use? Docks, Japanese crystal? No, whatever I got on the estate sale that I bought. They, um, uh, uh, I forgot their names. Reggie and Donnie, Donnie and Reggie. They brought me all sorts of plates and stuff. But I do have special. Uh, I bought it at Total Wine and whatever it's called, uh, whiskey glasses, and I don't know. I don't have any special. I think they're good crystal though. Floodland, the Mormons live clean. I heard some don't even drink soda. Well, I kind of felt bad for her. She says on her page, her uh, YouTube channel, she says, I gave up eternal life for coffee. And it's like, oh, really? You know, maybe you should change that. Like, I gave up Mormonism for coffee. Because what you were in was Mormonism. And she got to separate that out. There's still eternal life. There's still a higher power. There's still don't if you want to beat up the Mormons, fine. If you want to beat up the Catholics, okay. If I'm not defending at least the religions, they offer something. And that's probably all some people can handle. But to say you gave up coffee, you gave up eternal life for coffee, nah. Just say you gave up Mormonism, But you got to get something good out of it. And you did meet your husband. Now, it's interesting they left at the same time. That's kind of unusual. You think, well, I don't think they had children, but they were both students at BYU, and they both served missions. And then something happened, and I don't want to go watch every little. She's got a 500,000 followers. You know, I would love to go on there and just ask her a couple questions. I don't want all the detail, but just in a general thing. And then at some point, I don't know how long she's been out, but at some point you got to grieve it, like any relationship, and move on. Or it's still kind of controlling you. Well, I would, for the outsider, yeah, it would be. Morty's Diner, the ex-Mormon girl's channel is riveting content. Yes, she's affected by the experience, but her videos are top notch, very informative stuff. Yeah, I can't dispute it. I mean, she served a mission, she's been in the temple, all that stuff. And the only time I've been in a temple, a dedicated temple, I think I was 14. It was baptism for the dead. But I kind of look back at it with fondness. I'm not angry, but I didn't go but she met a guy, she's married, so find some good out of it, but don't, I gave up eternal life for coffee. So now I think if Mormonism is not true, then it's all not true. And then, I think it's a mistake. Have I ever been I lived in Salt Lake City when I was driving bus. Floodland. Have you ever been to Salt Lake City? I lived there in a boarding house when was I in the boarding house? 82 summer. I think I got in there at 82 the summer, and I was there till spring of 86. So I spent 4 years in the boarding house. She was not LDS though. Yes. Oh, that's where the boarding house was. Interesting. Very interesting. I could see the governor's mansion from my uh, bedroom window. So it was an old part of town. And it was 50, you can look it up. You can go on Google Map and look it up. 57 East, 600 South. Is that it? I think that's it. Uh, and she always say, "Oh, the foundation was built in the 50s. It was built in the 18th. The foundation is sandstone. No, that was built in the 1850s." And anyway, I don't think any city's safe. Any big city is safe. Because the missionaries, they're out there, selling Mormonism, and they get people from every country that get over here. Uh, doesn't mean they stay more. I don't know. The bad thing about, I'll tell you the worst thing about Salt Lake City, it has a inversion. Every year in the wintertime, they have an inversion. You never see the sun all winter long. You don't see the sun. You got to go up to the ski resorts to even see the sun because of, I don't know, it just holds it in there. It holds in the pollution, if you will, or the smog, or it just, I didn't see the sun. Now, the Osmonds, they're from up like Huntsville, Utah. I did see Donny Osmond once in Las Vegas, him and his wife, but I'm not going to go talk to him. Let him, leave him alone. I don't think the Osmond would go wilding. Yes, I've been there. Dinosaur National Park. Yep, outside of Vernal. Yeah, if you want to see why they congregated there, they were all the bones. You can look right at them excavating. Yeah, I've been there. Did some hiking when I was younger. Been to Zion. All right, 2 hours, 43 minutes. I think we're going to call it quits. I'm getting hungry, and I don't want to eat before I go to bed. I'll push the water maybe. Turn on the YouTube channels. All right, no music, no nothing. Thank you for stopping by. Morty's Diner will be on later this evening, I believe. So let me remove myself. Now I'll go sign off on the other one. Remove from stage. All right, at the control panel, the main control panel, there I am on the professional mic. Turn on the light. I got to answer this question. Do you care about the Epstein stuff? Not really. I care that Iran doesn't have a nuke. I care that the economy is doing fantastic. I care that there's jobs being produced. But this other stuff, that particular one, no. No. Gampers asked Mortimer, what time is the diner open later, Mortimer? Give me that Indian music. Do you really want that? Well, that's probably appropriate music, but I forgot the name of it. Uh-oh. Mortimer will feature a liquor cabinet remake. What do you mean remake? I only got so much room in there. I had to remake it. They had, that's the only remodeling I did myself. Because it was a rainy day and I was in here. They had and I had some boards. I had to move it around. I think I had to drill some holes in the side. Because I wanted, because they're tall. I wanted two equal shelves. 4:30, what time is that? 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, that's 7:30. Maybe I can stay up till 7:30. Morty Diner says 4:30 Pacific time. Mortimer should start now. You don't realize what it takes you don't just hit a button. You got to check your mic. You got to do the camera. You got to, there's some prep you have to do in it. Morty should start now so he can say, it's hard to do sometimes. Pacific time. Okay, early bird special then. I'll have to catch the rerun. Oh, you know what? If I can get a hold of him, You never know about AD always calling. He may pop in over there. All right, you want some Indian music? Okay, I can't remember the name of it. I'll give you some Indian music. Could this be it? I don't want to. Let me turn it down. Ooh, I think I nailed it. Thanks, man. I feel spiritually centered now. I wonder what idea he has for my liquor cabinet, to lay him down flat to get more in there. I don't need any more in there. I don't need to make more room. I hope that's not your idea.